Welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions, and it's my pleasure to have with me a face that you should recognize, Ken Jefferson with Jefferson Consulting. Welcome, Ken.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor.
So, Ken, I know that I see you all the time on the news. You know, you're always reporting and breaking it down for the layman's terms, but you actually have a consulting company, and you specialize in crime and safety.
That's
I
correct.
believe.
That's correct. We specialize in doing training for nearly just about anybody, or any business, any type of entity, corporations, churches, small businesses, large businesses, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And what we try to do is try to educate the businesses and their employees on things that they take for granted. You know, walking from the building to a car. People take it for granted. I'm getting off work or I'm going somewhere. They're oblivious. And in this age of technology, everybody's got a cell phone.
Yeah.
And either they're driving with it or they're walking with it.
Right. I mean, I'm paying attention to their surroundings. I almost hit somebody the other day. She walked in front of me and she was on her cell phone.
And it's your fault.
Yeah, it would be my fault but she's the one who stepped out.
She's on the cell phone,
right.
Distracted. You know, and I talk about this all the time. People are distracted when they're on a cell phone. I'll give you one quick example. Even if you're hands-free driving a car and you're talking on the cell phone, how many times have you been talking to somebody and they're on the other end, they're driving, and they say, "Oh my gosh, I missed my turn," because they're distracted.
Right.
But they don't realize that they're distracted. They're concentrating on the conversation and not where they're trying to go.
Wow. One of the things I know you do a lot of with active shooting training and some other stuff, but I know also one of the things that I noticed that you do is about becoming more aware, like you said, and protecting yourself.
Absolutely. You know, with current events happening today or yesterday, you had a mass shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, where 6 people lost their lives at the hands of a person just randomly breaking into a school, shooting the doors open and walking in and shooting people as they appeared to her. And there are those who are opposed to active shooter training for children. They say that they don't want to traumatize them. It's not going to traumatize your child. What it's going to do is it's going to educate your child to know what to do in the event of an emergency.
Right. I think it's part of the parents. I have an 8-year-old and a 14-year-old. And I know for the 8-year-old, we were all given a choice because they started their active shooting training last year or year before last, but within the last 2 years.
Okay.
Started getting notes. And it's up to the parents. You can pull them out if you want. And I was like, no, but I said I did talk to her before she did it because I want to make sure, you know, this is something that it's almost like, you know, I did it to the hurricanes where, you know, when the hurricanes come and they do the practices.
Sure.
It's practice, so it won't happen. So if it happens, you'll know what to do.
You know,
it's almost like security.
Yeah, and in my opinion, it's similar to a fire drill. Why do we practice a fire drill?
We don't want to be in a fire, but we want to know what to do if it happens.
That's correct. It's better to have that knowledge and not need it than need it and not have it. You know? And training kids to take cover, how to exit a building in the event of an emergency situation such as an active shooter does not harm the mentality of a child. It actually emboldens them because you're going to have those children, even if they're 8 years old, somebody in that group is going to emerge as a leader of those children and help lead them to safety in some kind of way. So, yeah, that's a very important training that I do with various businesses.
Wow, that's great. And so if someone wanted your services, like, you know, church or, you know, some organization or company, how do they reach out to you?
Absolutely. Just go to my email as it stands right now. Ken, the number 4, Jax, just like news for Jax, but Ken for Jax at gmail.com. Send me a request, or if you want more information, I can send you a flyer and a brochure of the services that we provide, and then we go from there.
All right. Ken, thank you so much for sharing this information. And like you said, please use this as insurance. It's better to have it and not have to use it than to not have it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today. And please take heed to these words. You can reach out to Ken at Ken, the number 4, Jax at gmail.com. And we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.